Hi everyone, I'm using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart for our reading today. I'll choose 3 cards from the Psychic Tarot. I'll choose one from the Gods, Goddesses and Angels, and I'll also choose one from Anastar's pack as well. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective, or anyone who views this video. And as always, take what resonates and just put the rest to one side and just see what unfolds. We are on the second full moon in Capricorn in the season of Cancer. So this was the very beginning. The first full moon was on the 21st of June, just before the summer solstice, at the very beginning degrees of Capricorn. This one is at the very final degrees of Capricorn, at 29 degrees. So this is a time of things closing. The sun is in 29 degrees of Cancer, and they're both opposing each other. So this is potent energy, a real time of endings. The moon is conjunct with Pluto, who is retrograding in Aquarius. So wherever Pluto is, it brings intensity to that energy, retrograding through Aquarius, taking us deeper and deeper into ourselves. Also, Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces, retrograding there at the final degrees of Pisces. And Neptune has a cycle of 165 years. So the things that are closing out, this karma that's closing out, is not just of this lifetime, it's of past lives. So we have been doing some deep, deep work. And the light is shining on our deepest, most stagnant patterns, where we have placed within maybe our relationships. Capricorn is the worker, so maybe where we've placed within our career old patterns of expectation, of putting pressure on ourselves to do what others feel we should be doing. So there's a dissolving happening, a dissolving of our beliefs, a dissolving of those beliefs that are no longer serving us, a dissolving of structure, where we are really starting to see our lives differently. So as these structures are dissolving, Capricorn rules the bones, the structure of our body. Cancer is the marrow within the bones. And we are seeding new information into the marrow of our bones, into our bloodstream, that enters our bones. So as we are changing and dissolving old structures, old beliefs that are no longer serving us, we are starting to physically change our our bones, our structure within our body is changing, and this can be really uncomfortable. It's a very physical alignment that we're going through. Tension and trauma that we have stored within our bones from past lives, this lifetime, is starting to, we're starting to feel it within our physical body. Our shoulders, the back of our neck, up the back of our head, down our spine, in our hips. So moving our hips, just allowing them to move and release any stagnant energy we have there, because this energy is shining upon our deepest, most stagnant patterns, enabling us to release them. We've been in these belief of work should be done a certain way, to the point of we've become really unbalanced. And as we are now dissolving those structures around our career, around our life, we're starting to see differently. We are moving through this time of remembrance as we are closing these karmic cycles that we have been programmed into. There's a diamond light consciousness coming through, and this is a download, a collective download that's coming down through our spine, aligning our spine. And this is moving through to the Lion's Gate. So we have our sun, our sun activated by Sirius, the star, the spiritual sun. It's been activated again, taking us through this time up to the Lion's Gate. So we have these collective downloads coming through. Allowing things to fall away, not trying to keep things the same. Finding peace within the change, finding the acceptance with what is happening around us. We've had some powerful conjunctions that we're still feeling. The Mars and Uranus conjunction was very powerful, and we're still feeling the ripple effects of that. As we all know, there was things happening in the United States of America that really rippled out and has caused a lot of maybe conflict. Everybody has a different belief or opinion, and when we step out of all that, knowing that there is a plan, each soul that's incarnate at this time has its own unique plan to really bring ourselves back into ourselves. This is almost like a psychic surgery that's occurring, because as things now are shining on into our deepest beliefs, our deepest stagnant patterns, this light is coming in and we're able to release it. It's cutting straight in and being removed. As soon as we see it, we're removing it. We're shifting through these energies. Uranus and Algar, the fixed star of Algar, is bringing deep transformation, and this is going to occur from mid-July, from that conjunction of Uranus and Mars with Algar. So Uranus and Algar are still staying in that conversation, helping us to go in and do the deep work, the deep transformation. So I'm asking for a message for the highest and greatest good for the collective, for anyone who views this video. So we are Venus in Leo. The sun moves into Leo tomorrow. Also, we have Mercury in Leo. And this is, Venus rules the heart. Mercury is our communication. Leo rules our physical heart. So Venus is our heart chakra. Leo rules our physical heart. So there's a lot of heart activations occurring. Heart, love of self, love of life, love of choosing every single decision we make is of love. What we love doing, what we love to create in our world. So we're moving through this beautiful time of heart activation, that our heart chakra has been blocked and armoured through past life karmic situations and relationships that we are now closing out. So this is an expansion of our heart. So whatever challenges you may be going through at this time, it is karmic to see that, to go within, to see the patterns that we have. So if we are in a relationship, in a career that triggers us, that we go into a old pattern of defending ourselves, or we react in the same old way, we are just holding that karmic cycle. It's alive, and this is what I feel with this energy. This energy is alive, it's pulsating and intensifying, so that we start to let go, completely let go, and realign, constantly letting go and realigning. So whatever is going on, whatever challenges that we may be feeling, it's all part of the healing as we're moving up into the Lion's Gate. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective, or anyone who views this video. So there we have the Three of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Ace of Wands, the Four of Wands. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So this is a time of celebration. It's a time of going within, grounding ourselves and balancing ourselves, grounding ourselves. So the Two of Pentacles is a card of really staying in the moment, because the energy that is so rampant around us, it's almost chaotic, and we can get drawn into opinions and maybe defense, and this energy is asking us to stay balanced, to really keep our feet on the ground, to use our oils, to take some in our palm and breathe it in. Jupiter is a wonderful oil to ground ourselves, and it also cleanses our energy field, because there's a lot of intense energy around us at this time. So keeping our energy fields cleansed and cleared using juniper through our energy field, through our aura, and allowing anything that is not of alignment, of harmony, to just go into the earth for transmutation, transformation. So we're cleansing ourselves, grounding ourselves, really bringing ourselves back into our body, into this moment. Then we have the Lovers. So the Lovers is choices, and this is the message that comes through. This is a time of heart activations. Of Venus in Leo. Leo rules the heart. The sun moving into Leo tomorrow, so the energies there are starting to build, feeling that divine love that's coming through from the cosmos, through the diamond light activations that we are receiving, through the divine healing that we are receiving. So this card is one of choice. It's the Lovers. It's the card of Gemini. Jupiter is in Gemini with Mars. So the divine masculine in Jupiter. So Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Mars is the divine masculine, coming into balance with our I am, not allowing ourselves to go into a defense or into conflict to try and prove a point, to just step back, keep ourselves in balance. This is a time of real celebration. The Three of Cups is celebrating each other's uniqueness, because we are all unique. I see the colour blue, and you see the colour blue, but we will see it differently. How I see it, how you see it, how everybody else will see it is differently. We see it in a different texture. It invokes different feelings within us depending on our conditioning. So we're all so unique, and we will see and have a different perception about everything that's occurring in the world. To celebrate our life, to celebrate the divine entourage of angels and light beings that we all have around us, that are infused with love, that bring love into our lives, that dissolve anything, because these structures are falling away. They're not of love. And these structures that are not of love have caused anxiety within us, trauma, and we are now releasing it from our bones, from our being, to stay in that alignment of acceptance of who we are, of what we love and who we love, what we love doing. Doesn't matter what anybody else may be doing or saying. Staying in that alignment with soul self. And this brings the Four of Wands. And if you know you've watched this channel, you know that I love this card. It's the 1111. We're going through these, we're constantly going through these gateways of late. We're moving into, from this full moon, we're moving it into the Lion's Gate, the 888, which is very, very powerful, but in a beautiful way. There's activations coming in, upliftment coming in, because we've done the cleansing away of that stagnant, heavy energy, so that when we open up, we will be opening up to light on this Lion's Gate. It's very auspicious, bringing in joy, bringing in happiness. And that's what we're drawing to us as we let go of the old rigidness. We become flexible and we open up and draw to us this beautiful energy of joy and stability coming in. The Ace of Wands, new beginnings. As we let go of the old, we've got space to open up to our right hemisphere of our brain that brings in creativeness, that helps us to create beautiful images within our minds, within our lives. The rainbow always brings in our loved ones in spirit, helping us to move through in our evolution as we are evolving. For our bloodlines, we're going through this evolution that our ancestors are guiding us, our loved ones in spirit are assisting us to move through for the benefit of our future generations, the future of Mother Earth. Things are shifting, things are changing. It's becoming palatable now. We're seeing, yeah, there's chaos, but there's something breaking through the center of that chaos, that chaos cannot hold back and disguise. It's coming through, and it's bringing through an energy of beauty, of joy, of enrichment. And as we find ourselves and we come into alignment with what we love, and know that is powerful, for us to focus on that, we start to move those mountains that have blocked us from seeing the truth of who we are, from seeing the truth of our potential. So things coming in now, feeling it's there, the magic is there, it's within us, and we are, as we come in and stable ourselves, balance ourselves, keeping ourselves grounded, we start to draw the energy to us of freedom, a freedom of being ourselves, a freedom of expansion, of not having to worry about anything. The moment we start worrying, we know we've come out of balance. We're not in love. We're sabotage. We're in a place of sabotage and making ourselves small. So there's a vortex opening, a golden vortex from this Lion's Gate that we're all moving through. And we're moving through this time, and this is when Sirius is activating our sun. They're activating. There's an activation going on within the galactic center, and the super galactic center. Mercury is the planet of connection, of communication. So we're starting to be we're starting now to connect with the higher realms, but feeling it. Mercury is in Leo, in the heart. We're feeling it in our heart, not in the illusion of our heads, not in the stories we tell ourselves based on old emotions. We're moving that and shifting that and the communication, and there is a download coming from the highest dimensions when we stay in that place of peace, when we take our gaze away from the outside world, even if it's just for 10 minutes, to just bring ourselves back into center, to feel that love within. And as soon as we start feeling it within, it starts to ripple and pulsate into our energy field and out even further into the area around us. And when we're all coming into that place, it's the most powerful healing. It heals miraculously. So this is a powerful, potent full moon, a time of release, of letting go. Anything that comes up, if we feel the urge to try and make something right, let go, because we're holding on to something that's out of alignment with us. If it stays, it will stay in our lives on the same wavelength, because it's ourselves that knock everything out of alignment. We may feel it's other people or blame others, but in truth it's how we are perceiving things, and through the filters of our own emotions and pains that we then start to project. And this energy, Pluto is retrograding through Aquarius. Aquarius is the higher consciousness, it's the water bearer. Pluto is in retrograde, so it's taken us even deeper, but it's reminding us and showing us of our mind and body connection. So when we're in the higher consciousness, we move up into our higher heart, and we start to manifest from that place. We start to create from that place. We see things differently. We speak differently. We feel differently. We feel uplifted. When we are in the mental mind, so we drop down from the higher consciousness into this illusion of this mind that's built up over the conditioning, we start to feel the same stagnant heaviness that goes on with those heavy thoughts and those heavy emotions. So this energy is also showing us that we are creating our reality through our thoughts and how we're feeling and what we are projecting to come in, to find peace, to find stillness. And life doesn't become still and lifeless. It actually starts to pulsate with vital life energy, with beautiful messages that start to come through. So Pluto retrograding in this full moon, this intensity in Aquarius, reminding us of our mind and body connection. If we're thinking unhappy thoughts, we will feel sad. If we are having thoughts that weaken us, we will weaken our body. So it's bringing our head and our heart into alignment to the higher consciousness, opening our minds like the lotus, 1,000-petal lotus, just like Ponyin behind me. She stood on the lotus, so she's transcended this mind into the vast consciousness of heaven, of the highest dimensions that is achievable for us all once we let go and come into this place of love within. So I'm asking for a message for the highest and greatest good from the gods, goddesses and angels to please bring through a message, and as always, take what resonates from this and just put the rest to one side. We have the goddess of justice. So this is the card of balance, and whenever this card comes through, we have Matt with these scales reminding us whatever is going on within our heart that is heavy, that is going to create an imbalance, to bring ourselves into balance, to ask and surrender anything, even because we're going through these past life cycles, anything that we are not seeing, that it's stored there within our hearts and creating an action or a reaction of constant imbalance that we keep projecting into our life, into relationships. So this is this deep energy. It is like a psychic surgery where this energy is cutting deep down and removing intrusions that have caused us to see things in a way of illusion, of where we've contaminated our perception based on our own distorted energy within. So this is deep, going in deep until you can see that I'm seeing the sword. So going deep in, extracting those intrusions that have caused distortions within our mental and emotional being that we have not maybe seen. Other people may see them, but we don't see them. So there's an extraction, there's a powerful healing, and this is the card of justice. And to remind us, whatever we may see as an injustice, that it really is a gift. And the card that's looking at me is the god of reflection. The quality we see in others is actually a reflection of ourselves. So to see the beauty of everyone and to break free from any kind of judgment of how others or ourselves may be living our life. And as we see that, we simplify our own life. We don't go into over-analysing anything or anyone. We love. And then the angel of emergence, it's time for the real you to emerge. And as we do this, there is a powerful healing, a powerful emergence of our light bodies, of our crystalline energy within, our crystalline bodies being activated with all the light that's coming in, activating us, helping us to remember and to move and flow with nature and love. So I'm asking now for a message from Anna Starks to please bring through some, I think, the healing of the Galactic Masters. This card comes through so often. The majority of times when I use this deck, the Galactic Masters come forward and remind us we're not doing this alone, to just surrender anything seen or unseen that is blocking us from our highest potential, that is blocking us from our ascension and evolution. So feel the energy of this healing today, and this will last for a few days. This energy is coming through to assist us to take that breath, to take a moment to fall in love, fall into love, come back into our hearts, because that's where all the medicine is. That's where the truth of who we are is, in our sacred heart, in our higher heart. So this is asking us to move forward with an open mind, not analysing, over-analysing, trying to know the answers to everything. It's all within us, and the answers and the solutions will be shown to us at the most perfect time. So it's to relax and enjoy life. So I'm sending so much love. Have a wonderful time of this full moon, and may the shiftings that are occurring within be moved through us gracefully and with ease as much as possible, so that we can now start to feel some relief of everything that we have been through and worked through, and feel the excitement for what's to come. So I'm sending so much love. Have a wonderful and beautiful full moon in Capricorn. This is the last full moon in Capricorn, and it is so enriching. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of karma, the father planet, and Mars is in a communication with Sedna in Gemini, and it's that deep transformation. As Sedna, the goddess who transformed as her father pushed her from the boat, and she sunk deep down into the depths of the ocean, and limbs, her fingers turned into the whales, and she became one with the ocean, and also connected to the galactic consciousness. So from the deeps of the ocean all the way up to the highest dimensions, going through this deep transformation with Mars. Who is the I am? Finding out who we are, not who we've been told we are, not how we've been judged and pressured, but to find this deep transformation of who we truly are. And this is what Mars in Gemini is. Gemini is the communication. Sedna is the transformation, the divine feminine transformation, and Mars is the divine masculine. So they're coming together. The divine masculine and the divine feminine are constantly in this flow together, showing us different aspects of each other, of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and that's nothing to do with gender. We all have the masculine and feminine within us. So the deep transformation that's occurring is beautiful and uplifting. Time to let go of the heaviness, time to move forward. So I'm sending so much love. Have a wonderful, wonderful full moon and a beautiful time of release.